Hello and welcome to the Voice of TOD. I'm Tom, and today we're going to talk about one of my favourite games, to be fair. Not necessarily the series, but one of my favourite games of all time. We're going to talk about the Legacy of Kain series. So, Soul Reaver 2. What was it, Soul Reaver? I'm sure it was Soul Reaver 2 is the first one that I ever played on the PS1. PS1 many years ago. I didn't know it was interconnected with Legacy of Kain and the other stuff. When I found that out, I went back and played some of the others. But Soul Reaver 2 was... Soul Reaver itself was incredible. It just kind of died a death. I don't know why. There's probably reasons. It's probably rights and properties being sold and people just sitting on things. But I've always wanted at least a remaster of the Legacy of Kain. Let's do all of them, the Legacy of Kain series. If they don't want to do new entries, there's certainly a market to remaster it. And we have a little bit of news here from the gamer to confirm this. So this dropped a couple of hours ago. Link in the description below if you want to check it out yourself. But Legacy of Kain survey gets over 100,000 responses. Crystal Dynamics says it hears fans loudly and clearly. A much bigger number of people responded to the Legacy of Kain survey than Crystal Dynamics expected. I didn't know that this was a thing. I didn't know they'd put a survey out. Crystal Dynamics sought to gauge interest on a potential revival of the Legacy of Kain series as it opened up the Legacy of Kain franchise survey to participants last month. It received an unexpectedly large amount of responses, and the publisher has taken note. Hopefully, they have. In the past, we found that surveys typically get between 1,000 and 3,000 responses. But when we asked folk about Legacy of Kain, we received over 100,000 responses. Crystal Dynamics and Eidos. I can't remember how to say it. They were big years ago. CEO Phil Rogers said in an earnings call with parent company Embracer thanks VGC. So VGC have obviously covered this, and this is second-hand news effectively. I'm pretty sure Embracer bought a huge chunk of stuff that was linked to Warner Brothers games last year. So Embracer are probably looking at this with fresh eyes, and it's right, we've made this bulk payment of all these franchises. What's good? What can we bring out to make us some money back? The Rogers revealed that a staggering 73,000 fully completed the questionnaire. I don't know how long this questionnaire was. Look at it. It's so old world. It must have been PS1. Must have been PS1. It's just really cool. It's so cool. There's an impressive number considering the extensive nature of the survey, which asked respondents a whole list of questions including what platform players use, what genres they were interested in, featured multiple choice questions. One asked participants to choose 5 options on what, in your opinion, are the core features of an enjoyable vampire game. Interesting. And included options such as moral ambiguity, vampire mythology, shape-shifting, puzzles, combat, nocturnal living, among 19 options. What about the crazy seduction thing that they do? I've seen Buffy the Vampire Slayer, I know how it works. We wanted to gain a community perspective on what players are looking for should we revisit the land of Nosgoth in our iconic IP Legacy of Kain, Roger said. We saw the news of our survey shared across social and press platforms. How did I miss this? And we really felt this was a great way to reignite this passionate fan community, this legendary PC and console game series. Rest assured, we hear you loudly and clearly, and we will continue to update you on what if possibilities ahead of Legacy of Kain in the future. Oh, I really hope they do another one. Just remaster the old ones. Seriously, just put a team on remastering. I think there's 5. Just remaster them and say, yeah, we know you're interested, go buy this and we'll make more. Job done. I'd buy it straight away. The survey also brought up the nature of the revival, with respondents required to rank in order of preference if a new game should be a remaster, a remake, rebuild the original games from the ground up, or a reboot of this series, or a sequel to the original games. Remake, then sequel. It was a comprehensive questionnaire, but since so many responded, it seems Crystal Dynamics now has a boatload of data to help them steer a potential project. The original title, Blood Omen Legacy of Kain, appeared on the PlayStation in 1996. It was developed by Silicon Knights, of course it was, published by Crystal Dynamics, and the follow-up Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver, that's the one I played. I played Soul Reaver. It was directed by Amy Hennig. I did not know that. Now best known for her work on the incredible Uncharted 1 and 2 and 3. 3's not as good. I didn't like 3 as much, but I played it when it had all the bugs when it was released. 2 was incredible. I mean, 2 is a near perfect standalone game. Most recent entry into the series was 2003's Legacy of Kain Defiance, which was, I think it was both Kain and Raziel doing stuff. Yep, it's been that long, Kain fans. Hopefully the series will see a new game after the responses the survey had. So this isn't confirming anything. We're not getting another Raziel game. We're not getting Kain back. It's just they put out a questionnaire. Loads of people answered it. I wish I'd have answered it now. That'd have been so cool. I'd have seen it. I want more. You can probably tell I want more. These games, and certainly Soul Reaver. It was Soul Reaver that was the one. It must have been PS1. Did it have been 98? Probably. Soul Reaver. I don't know. I've not got the dates in front of me. I adore this series. I would love to go back. I've seen that they are on GOG and Steam, but some of the games are missing for some reason. If I can pick them up, I would love to play them again, certainly as an adult, because I've not played them in at least 22 years, I'd say. Time changes, time moves quickly. But yeah, I think this is cool. Of course, let me know what you think. If you want to see Kain and Raziel back, in what form do you want to see them back, I suppose is the main question. For me, I'd love them just to remaster. Where would you start though? If you were going to remaster, where would you start? The easiest option would be a reboot, but I think you could probably do a continuation, right? I don't know. It's a tough one. Be very interested to see what Crystal Dynamics want to do next with it, because there's money there. They'll leave money on the table if they don't do anything, let's put it that way. But let me know in the comments what your thoughts are. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.